This is Precious Reads. It's been a long time since I had like a sit-down video that's not a short or a TikTok, but I'm back. So I watched a video yesterday by Ois Miche that is the reason for this video and gave me inspiration to talk about the books that I don't think I'll be reading anytime soon. I want to start with the biggest and the most popular. It's not a book per se, it's all of these persons' books, and that is Taylor Jenkins Reid. Whether it is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, don't even know the title, or the one that just turned into a TV show that everybody's obsessed with, I have never wanted to read that woman's books. I've heard some discourse about her representing marginalized communities in the United States of America. It's not that political. It's just, I've hated the covers. I feel like it's more women's fiction, and I've just not been interested in it at all. None of them. Not Daisy Jones and the Six, none of them. And she has a big body of work. I'm just not interested in any of them. The next one is It Happened One Summer. I actually have a physical copy of that. Before this came out, I started reading a few of Tessa Bailey's backlist, and I enjoyed one very much. I don't know, this came out after. I enjoyed Window Shopper, but it's like the only book that I enjoy by Tessa Bailey. And then I bought this one, and I was just like, yeah, I think I'm not into Tessa Bailey's writing. There's nothing inherently bad about any of the books that she's written. I just don't want to read this. I just don't want to read. And this is like my type of book. Floppy, the text is the font is the perfect size. I don't know, but I've tried to read this. I just couldn't. Another one that I have on here is Archer's Voice. When I bought this, it was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it, and yeah, I immediately lost interest the more videos on TikTok I saw talking about Archer's Voice. I just don't want the pain. I'm like this with movies and anime as well. I love anime, I love movies. If something is too sad, I'm just like, I don't need that kind of pain in my life. I have enough drama in my actual real life and enough emotional nonsense to make me cry. I don't need a book to do that for me. So yeah. Icebreaker. I've heard y'all say that there's a whole lot of nothing inside that book, and I just have no interest in reading it at all. I was very interested in the beginning when I saw the cover. It was on Kindle Unlimited. I loved it. As soon as it went into my bookstore, that's when the tons of negative like comments about it just poured in. And it's not more like negative as in people don't like it. They were just like a whole lot of nothing happened in there, a whole lot of nothing. Just the quoted few quotes you've seen on TikTok. Other than that, nothing happened. Like, I'm not going to read like a 300 to 400 page book with like nothing actually happening. I want some drama. I want some surprise pregnancies. I want somebody shifting into a vampire or a werewolf. I want something. Like, you'll just skate on ice. Really? Nice. But not for me. Another one, these are my notes. The Slob. I got 40% into that. And at 40%, this woman's life was great. It was fantastic. She pulled herself out of poverty. She found a great guy. They were thinking about building a life together. They were married. They were happy. This is an extreme horror. In the middle of the night, reading this book, I made the decision to put it down because no. I knew whatever's going to follow. I got to when the sales guy, when she was driving around to these people's house trying to do her last sales to make money so she can go on maternity leave. No. I was like, you know what? This is too good. This is too amazing, sweet, likable. This is an extreme horror. I'm pulling myself out of here, and I won't read it. I won't read it ever again. No. Then Punk 57. I think my days of high school bully romances are like maybe a decade away. Like, they're gone. I've tried other bully romances. They're just no. Bullying in an office setting, yes, my jam. Punk 57 just does not. Now, I'm from South Africa. We rarely get the really good, indie books. Even though this is not traditionally published, I think. I was still like, no. Credence by Penelope Douglas, another Penelope Douglas book. I have no interest in a romantic anything between family members, step or otherwise. I know. Cousins, uncles, I don't know. I'm not into that. I don't want to read that. I don't want to know about that. And I think for me, Penelope Douglas, there's just one book that I like by her, Birthday Girl, one of my favorite books of all time. But I've tried the Devil's Night series. No, pretentious, over the top, ridiculous. There's something about her writing. She's released an FF book. I don't want to read that. I think Birthday Girl is where our relationship began and ended, and I don't mind that. It was beautiful while it lasted, but that's it. One Piece. Listen, I'm back in my manga reading phase. I stopped reading manga for quite some time. I'm back on it. But when I think about starting One Piece, I've seen Murphy Napier. She did One Piece, Vagabond. But when I think about One Piece, and especially since it's not finished, I'm just like, no. Because you know what's gonna happen? I'm going to actually like it, and then I'm gonna wanna, what's next? No. I know my weakness. No. And then finally, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Sorry. I hate the covers. I hate the premise. I feel like it's lackluster. I feel like it's very YA, and I don't like YA at all. And yeah, that's about it. There's so many. This has nothing to do with the authors, and this is not at all a negative review on them. It's just sometimes you want something, sometimes you don't, and sometimes you change your mind. Maybe I'll give some of these a shot, but I know that the Taylor Jenkins Reid, no. The Slob, no. These Violent Delights, no. Icebreaker, no. It Happened One Summer, maybe. Punk 57, definitely not. Credence, definitely not. Yeah, if you enjoy them, good for you. I don't need to be sold on it, and those are my thoughts. Please watch my Fourth Wing reading vlog. It was interesting. I love that book, and I'm gonna do a review on The Fourth Wing. That's another popular book that I absolutely loved. And just so you know, this list of books, I don't just solely look at the cover and I'm like, nah. I do read the first page. If the first page doesn't grab me, I never come. Even if I love the cover, the papers, the bright floppy, see, not the right floppiness. Papers the right floppiness, everything is good. But if the first line doesn't get me, I don't read it. I'm not gonna read it. Thank you for Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next week. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. If there are any books that you have no interest at all, no negativity, just why you won't read it in a very short, succinct way, please put it down in the comments below, and I will see you next time.